Hello everyone, this is Heroes Trivia, and today we're starting a brand new Total War 3 Kingdoms Let's Play, as we'll be playing Sun Ce in the 200 Fates Divided start. Now this is a combination of two DLCs, with Sun Ce becoming available when you have a World Betrayed, which I think is the best DLC to purchase, and we're playing him in perhaps the worst DLC in Fates Divided, which adds very little content overall. We do have an interesting start here with Sun Ce. We have a lot of land, we have two vassals at the very beginning, and we have very little reckless luck left. That is our faction mechanic that keeps Sun Ce alive, because this mirrors his historical death by assassination, which happens very soon, and we'll try to have Sun Ce survive that by rebuilding his reckless luck and making his faction quite strong. I think from the two different start date available for Sun Ce, this is definitely the more challenging one, and the one that's slightly more fun because you have more opponents that are of certain size in the beginning. Liu Biao is massive here in the north, and we have other enemies basically in every direction, and we have to rebuild Reckless Luck. So there's a lot to look forward to. We have a ton of unique features. There are no mods with this one. So it's basically the Tiger Guards, the Handmade Guards, plus the 3 mercenary units, which all have instant mustering. We have a unique mercenary outpost, plenty of unique characters that start in the court or get spawned in events. And we have obviously one of the strongest faction leaders in the game, with a 100% charge bonus for cavalry, and we'll take full advantage of that. We also have half price for deserted settlement, and there's a couple to our south that we'll grab later on, not in a rush to grab them early on. Still a huge money sink, even at half price. We also have a small bonus for shock cavalry damage. This will just be base damage, so it's not really a big deal. This charge bonus is really what's going to carry the whole thing. And I'll be playing this on Legendary with 40-minute battle timer on Romance mode. So here we go.
主公，您已将江东大片领地收入囊中。 但要做的事还很多，前路上还有诸多阻碍。主公的好几位老对手，包括严白虎，都投奔至许昭的阵营，他们会继续与您作对。这一次，我们务必要斩草除根。大江对岸的陈登，早已对主公的领土虎视眈眈。他是横亘在您 和江东一统之间的障碍，同样不容忽视。曹操和袁绍忙于争夺北方，胜者将一家独大，所向披靡。在我们的腹地，刘表一直是您称霸江东的绊脚石，您必须将他彻底驱逐出境， 才能安心积聚兵力，与北方崛起的几股势力分庭抗礼。刘繇的故地落在了华歆的手中，无论用口舌还是刀剑，必须将他拿下，才能将整座江东收入囊中。主公，请您谋而后动，孙家的命运 就掌握在您的手上。
Alrighty, quite the introduction. Prepare to strike, and we're supposed to recruit up to 36 units in total. We currently have 28 on the map. We'll be getting rid of some of these at the start. We'll get 1,000 back for this. And we're supposed to defeat 3 armies from Huaxin for 3,500 for the reward. And we wake up with a bad dream, and this is a sign that we're about to die. And for Sun Ce's death, the mechanic is determined by the reckless luck. So we have only 20 points at the start. At this current tier, it's a minus 10 decay every turn. So on the surface, it seems like we have 2 turns to live, but we have actually finished some of the reckless luck from the ambitions or legacy of Wu. And because of that, we have a plus 8 reckless luck per turn gain that reduces it to a net of minus 2. We have exactly 10 turns to turn it around and not die, because once we lose all the reckless luck, Sun Ce just dies, and we'll pass it on to our brother, mirroring historical events. we're not playing this for historical events. We're playing this to have Sun Ce come out ahead and rebuild this bar all the way up to the maximum 250 tier. At the max tier, which I think only requires 200 points to reach, we have 40% campaign movement range, 15% retinue upkeep discount, and 15 points of military supplies. Very, very powerful. And to do that, we have to continue to finish these Legacy of Wu events to get these per turn returns. Securing the mountains, so we have to pick up the entirety of Xingdu directly. This is a weird one because we actually have Xingdu under our uncle's control, Wu Jing. He's a vassal. So if we just vassalize him on turn 1, we get the +2 reckless luck per turn and eliminate the entire decay, and thus the mechanic will not kill us. We'll just try to gain points finishing these individual events or completing some of the more per turn events so that we can build back our points a little bit quicker. I think it kind of makes sense for us to annex some of the land. We have 2 vassals in Wu Jing, who's our uncle. Li Shu was a administrator that we put in charge in Lujiang after conquering it. This is the reason why we have Da Qiao and Xiao Qiao at the start, because we already took Lujiang. Li Shu will betray our brother down the line once we die, and he'll be one of the first targets for Sun Quan to take out afterwards. Cao Cao's to the north, and we have Chen Deng as, I believe, an independent faction who's standing in our way. He is part of a coalition with Cao Cao, which makes sense. Historically, he did ally himself with Cao Cao, and he did defeat Sun Ce's attempt at taking Guangling Commandery. Technically, Sun Ce wasn't leading that attack, it was Sun Quan, but Chen Deng still held and was an obstacle all the way until Sun Ce's death, as he was planning an invasion against Chen Deng when he got assassinated by Xu Zhao's house guests. Aside from them, let's see, who else are we at war with? We have Hua Xing's faction to our west. We have Xu Zhao's faction to our east, a very minor one here. And if we look at diplomacy, Huangzu, I guess as a vassal to Liu Biao, is also at war with us. And that's pretty much it. We have 2 vassalages, we have no trade partners. If we look at Wu Jing, annexing him would make things rather simple. Do we have army limits? Yes, we do have an army limit issue. If I want to incorporate his army, I have to reduce my current army. So I think Han Dang's group has to go back. He's the first army group that we will eliminate. And I believe we don't have the promise yet, so we can definitely annex without hurting ourselves too badly. Li Shu wouldn't like this, but I don't think anyone else would. Oh, wow. That is painful. If that's the case, we would like to make some other deals first before we proceed with that move. Because I think we do still do it. 15 points. I can offer him this. I don't think it really matters. What item did he start out with? I'll take that. Maybe even that armor, but something simple like that. We can give him 1 food. Keep it around 5 points. Everyone goes home happy here. So if we don't take the deal with Wu Jing, where we don't annex him, how else can we earn our points? Capture the last point in Puyang also does the same thing. So our main army just has to grab this before we decay all our points away. I guess we can definitely do that. That way we let our uncle keep the land here. So he is a viable trade partner. I don't know if I trust Cao Cao to pay him for a deal. And we'll do something very similar. We're not going to promise him that, because in the future we might confederate him, because annexation always carries the negative factors. So if we just wait till we hit king rank and we do the confederation by liberating him at that point, that might be a better move. Weapons are always good. Legalist fanatics are very, very good. And we might have to pay him a little bit back, and that's fine. He does have food, so he's not going to value this that much, but that's perfect. And we get our trade. So 2 trade deal all secured. We traded a bunch of items. Cao Cao is willing to sign non-aggression, which is interesting. If we want to take care of our current military issues, we could sign a deal with Cao Cao just to make sure he doesn't apply any of his schemes at us. We can also take a look at what items he started out with. He has the red hair from Lu Bu and the Imperial Seal, which maybe we can try to see if we can get it returned to us. Would be a very nice pickup, worthy of dumping most of these actually. So he doesn't really value food. We can set up a marriage. Oh, our mother is available, huh? The marriage is a positive event if we send our mother away. If we keep our mother, then that's not a positive event. Let me come back to this, because I do believe our mom is worth something. She's not heir. She's also very unhappy with us. Why is there a divorce from ruling family factor on when she's a widowed mother with all her kids in power? So because of this, I'm actually more inclined to trade her away. The outsider ability is quite good, but this is quite bad. And if she can help us secure the seal, that is definitely a deal that we're willing to make. So we'll offer the marriage, and we become in-laws. That means we cannot steal Talpi from him, but I'm okay with that. We have to wait for our sister to come of age for that to be possible. So instead of waiting, we get the Imperial Seal back into the Sun clan's hands. Things look pretty good. How high can we make this go? There we go. Sounds pretty good. It still has 1 point there, which is not worthless, but this should bounce over. It's not going to bounce over 60. The trending total amount is going to decline a little bit. So it's not going to get much from there. We have a lot of unhappy people at court, it seems. Fortunately, we have a lot of court positions. So we want these 2 filled first for Faction Council. Sun Quan being heir is fine. We'll equip some items to make people happy. Legalist Fanatic +6. Imperial Seal +8. And we get a bonus to a variety of things. Couldn't get the red hair for you. That's one thing we couldn't get. And then our brother. Go with more of authority sword. Go with income bonus. And some of the unhappiness have been taken care of. Let's see who needs to be buttered up the most. 2 points of lack of purpose on Yu Fan. Zhu Zhi. Zhu Zhi can be made into administrator. He's built perfectly for it. We'll take our rank up. We'll get 3 points, 2 points administrator, and I'll take 1 spy to start taking a look to see if we can get some turncoats. We're very close to Marquis, so we can get the next group of upgrade pretty quickly. We know we don't have any trade partners available left because we already exhausted our trades. And the best territory we have is going to be Danyang. And that's where Zhu Zhi might go, depending on his setup. Chengpu is probably better. Wu Meng doesn't have the right traits. So Chengpu is actually in our army. Therefore, I think Zhu Zhi gets this position first. And then we need to actually take a look at some of his items. Now that's on cooldown from Sun Quan. It will go on him soon. We'll build up the expertise. That's pretty much everything I can give him. Now the second administrator should be in Poyang, also a very high industry location. Chengpu would be a good choice, even if he doesn't come in here and just sit here. Taishi, also not bad. If we look at his skills, we definitely want him on the field as well. So I'm not quite sure he's going to get this. But if he doesn't get it, we have 4 people who are unhappy. Yufan's a great court character, as long as we can take care of the satisfaction hit. So we're going to preemptively put him as Grand Tutor. And in the future, we'll get those Prime Minister equivalent positions once we hit King. Zhang Zhao is also not bad, but we currently just need to put him in a court position as well. We ranked up, so we have all of these positions now. Let's do it. Taishi, pop him in for Grand Commandant. And Jiang Qin, I believe, is the only one who's unhappy. Now the question is, do we keep Jiang Qin? Because he's just not that impressive in terms of general quality here, even though historically he is aligned with us. His rank's a little high, but I guess because he's historically aligned with us, we'll give him a position here. 2 available spies, additional administrator. Let's put him on records. We'll put Zhou Yu symbolically here. We'll be spending quite a bit of money. Director of Officers is the Da Dudu position. And of the high-ranking generals, let's see, Zhou Tai 36. We have a good weapon for you that has a charge bonus, which fits him quite well. Zhang Pu is probably going to get an administrator job, and Zhang Hong needs a position as well. So let's put Zhang Hong over here as Chancellor. The bonuses are wildly different compared to regular factions for Sun Ce, so a lot of these positions are very good. Usually you don't assign Chancellor, but here it's very different. I'm going to put Zhang Pu in for Poyang. And technically we can do another administrator because we just unlocked another one from the positions. Northern Jian'an, Kuaiji. Very similar. Honestly, would like to save our administrator for some of the other commanderies, not the food ones, so we're going to leave them alone. Especially since we have taken care of all the satisfaction issues, we just need to fill the Grand Architect position with someone of decent rank. Maybe Zhou Tai would come in here then. He's rank 5. Higher the rank, the better the bonus. Now this position here, we get 2 spies for this. I'm going to look at their current satisfaction. 29, 40. Okay, so we're going to put Lu Fan here. He might be moved to administrator down the line, but his bonus is also kind of good for one of the prime minister equivalents down the line as well. We have 60 points of share expertise. This can be used to rank officers up in our court, and clearly the higher the rank, the better the bonus. And the threshold, I believe, is like rank 5, rank 8. So if we have someone who's rank 4, they would be a pretty good target to use. So if we could do shared expertise here and rank up Zhang Hong, or give him a bunch of experience, it might not rank him up, but it will push him forward. In this case, he did rank up, which is nice. He's also in the army. Okay, so I guess we'll take this and go all the way down here. And you can see the bonus on him change. Instead of 1 assignment and 10%, it's 2 assignment and 12%. So definitely useful to keep that up. Family tree-wise, we're married. He's married. Daqiao and Xiaoqiao and Zhou Yu are married. Sun Quan's not married. My bad there. But that's our sister who's 11. Not of age yet, but I think we took care of all the courts. We have decent amount of income. Still low. I think that's going to go away next turn because we fixed everyone. No one's really close. No turncoats available, but we have 3 spy positions. Lots to play around with. We need to sweet talk the Emperor to like us. We're trying to attack. So, we should spend the points and try to make him an enemy of the Han, but it might be too difficult. It might be a little bit too difficult. We could try to trap him so that he attacks us, where we're on the defending side. That might be the only thing to do. Check out our faction. So we did get a new trade because we had the characters at court. Okay, and we know that it's a negative event. It's not that negative, so I don't really value this that much, but definitely something we can consider. It's free. These are no good. Northern Jian build up. I kind of want to refresh that, and then we probably take this. Give me a different commandery. Kuaiji, no thanks. Bugged out there. There we go. Poyang. Okay, we can take Poyang. That's fine. I'll take the industry income. We'll skip this one. We'll set up our trade. And boom, our economy goes to 4,800. And that's without shifting taxes, which I don't think we need to do at this point. Haven't really looked at all the commanderies yet. They're selling food, and we still have 10 positive food. I'm not totally against that idea. Okay, so there's not much here. They're both food commanderies. Eventually we need state workshops there, but not right now. That's the wrong version. That's a building I don't really think we need, but we can keep it because down the line I can make this into our capital's imperial palace. So I think that's fine. I do believe this is our capital, so we'll keep it for now. It does complicate our build a little bit. Like a private workshop will help us make more money at this point. But it's not going to kill us. This is where we get the extra boost for the build-up. We'll get that. I don't think we need a defensive building. I do think we need to level this up as soon as possible. And let's see. Taishitsu should come on the field and help. Lu Meng should cop in here and make things cheaper as we build up. He's also very low rank. We can push the income here in Danyang with... Zhang Cheng is really... It's Zhang Zhao's son. He's happy now, but he's not going to be happy going forward. We'll send him out. Because everyone who got a core position at least won't have accumulated lack of purpose. Alright, there's no reason why he needs to be running non-cavalry units. This is more of a raid party than an actual army. One guy should actually be swapped out over here for maybe Taishitsu, in my opinion, but we're not going to have the money to do that. Because I believe Taishitsu has quite the retinue. Yeah, 2,244. Wow, it's a lot. If we don't replace him with Taishitsu, I mean, this army can do it. Make them go a little faster. We'll go take and complete Puyang. That will be our solution to the declining reckless luck. And then the rest of the money, we spend it on the build-up of Puyang already. Anything else that we need to tear down? Kind of want to convert it back. I mean, we make less money. It's not a big deal. So Sun Quan as heir can help boost the peasantry income here. He's not going to complain. Taishutsu will come out. Everyone else has very similar assignments that's not exactly super useful, so I don't think we can do much there. Looking at our second army. We don't need this. We don't need these. We have mercenary units that we can recruit that works a lot better. Who has reach? Nobody. Okay, what an army. They at least have fire arrows. Okay, I can accept this. So basically, is their job to defend Danyang? Or is their job to go attack over here? Does he have any Oaththorns yet? Okay, so he already has 2 Oaththorns in Jiangqin and Zhouyu, and if we put one of them in his army, then they would work a lot better. Zhouyu obviously we cannot spare, but Jiangqin we can. So we should rotate. We don't have enough money, but we should rotate him in. I'm gonna recall Chengpu. They can hold for now. Yan Baihu is working with Xu Zhao. We can definitely rotate Huang Gaiya and put Chengpu in this army after we take this. Alright, so I think we spent everything. We check spies. Oh, they're now possibilities, but we don't have any money. We're gonna drop 2 points. Diplomatically, we did everything we can. 0.5 now, that's not really gonna be worth much. And we didn't break the trustworthiness, and we'll solve it the slow way. Let's continue. Quite a few characters. I don't think anyone that we're particularly interested in. Maybe we check the Sentinel to see if it's a bandit character. It's not. And also just to quick scan their items. I mean, there shouldn't be anything that we're lusting over. We literally have the best items in the game. Book of the Mountain Sea. Well, if Jiangqin doesn't work out here, we can definitely use that. They don't get along with the people in Danyang. That's fine. I'm not going to wait on these. The goal here is we will utilize Zhoutai to win some of the fights. So we're just going to head right out. Does he have reach? He does not. So you can take the Book of Mountain and Sea, grab some extra movement. You're ready to fight. Our administrator, get a boost right here. He's fine as is. All right, a tough fight here. But one that we're actually favored in delegate, which is pretty surprising. We'll night battle this. Debating on whether should we actually fight this or not, because we can technically just delegate. We're gonna regroup this army entirely. I don't want to keep these. I don't want to keep these. I don't want to... Yeah, actually, we'll just delegate. I don't want to keep any of the units, because I want to go with mercenary units on both Sun Ce and Zhou Yu, and I want to switch them out with Chengpu. So we'll go with a time-saving delegate here. And at this point, we will not die from Reckless Luck. We can still die from battle, technically, in old age, but Reckless Luck is stopped. We will now rebuild our levels. The decay stays at 10, so it's basically... that part's not going to change. We completed this. We picked up 5 points as base points. That's why we're at 18. We should actually jump... we should actually jump to 23 next turn, actually, I think, because of this. We got 1 extra assignment for completing the set. We take out Xu Zhao, and then we gain the +2 here, +5 here, and 15% from industry, which would be huge. We need to be winning 5 duels. Okay, we should be fighting more duels. And then we also need to capture 5 settlements with us as the leading commander. In this case, we are. So as we stated, we don't want these units. We want the mercenary ones. And since they're all really low health, and we are not really interested in going to Changsha right now, we're just going to remove them altogether and resummon them here, and then launch a separate attack against Yuzhong. Now, Yuzhong, I believe, is not directly in our list here. Changsha is, but there's no reckless luck gain per turn. Nan and Xiangyang, waiting for Suiren to be born. And then we need to move north for the rest of these. But we're not bleeding out anymore, so that is the only important part of this. They will continue to move over here. Probably not going to do very much here. The buildup will mostly be in Poyang for now. Mercenary outposts. Not really useful here. We'll get our in-building out. And then we'll upgrade this as well. Everything will build quite fast here. And cheaply as well. Danyang. I don't know if I should start going tall right away. I think it's a little bit early. We can turn this to get a little bit more income. We have enough food. A lot of things are going to be locked behind reforms. We could. It'll be a while till we get the entirety, right? We get this 3-4 turns. Like, everything's 20% cheaper. Would our administrator be here? Probably not, so this will probably be the cheapest time to build it. We're going to save the money on those, because I want to send out some generals to help them out with this attack. We can either summon Taishi Ci to set up a second flank for them. I think that's probably the right move. He does not need to have these units. He's only valuable for his hail of arrows to counter Yan Baihu's poison volley. And we can technically bring a few others who are doing nothing. So Xiao Qiao has a little bit of lack of purpose going on. Basically people who can still do assignments and who are not in core position. So I think it's Xiao Qiao, and that might be it. Everyone else I think has a core position. Even not Han Dang, but he just got recall last turn. Well, guess he's coming out. So Han Dang comes out and Xiao Qiao comes out. I'll lead. $15K left. We'll save that money. We have 9 army positions available, so no worries there at all. We do lack champions, so if we see some good champions, we can think about grabbing them when we have a chance. He's the only one. Okay, but we'll pass. Our weaponsmith, more yeah. Oh, so early and nice. Okay. Got very lucky here. This sword can go directly to Quan. And I think it auto-equips Zhou Yu with the blade that we just got. Yep. Beautiful weapon on him. We get some more health. We get some more cunning. He can also take a bow. And we'll reorganize them here. With Chengpu this time.
为了大业，
Chindeng is starting to summon more units.
明智的决定。
We can approach, but we need to stay in ambush so we don't get discovered. That way we can time the attack together next turn. Even if they can't reach, they can reinforce. Okay, so I think what we can do is go to northern Jianan and send Daqiao there to collect tax as well. And then we don't really have another source of good commerce income. Replenishment for population trade on Huanggai, we can set it up, but I don't need it because I'm recruiting mercenary units, which has instant mustering. So I don't need that replenishment boost. I can move them to here, recruit, and then attack. So that assignment's kind of wasted. Let's get it to small city. That's free because the massive discount on Chengpu, right? We have almost 40% here, 36%, and that's without any real items boosting that. And then we have the 20% from the faction council, and since it's a blue building, every single purple building is going to give it another 10%, so 10% here, 10% here, 10% here, and that's basically 100% free. And we also have the discount from this, another 10%. That's 40% from those, 36 from that, 20% from Faction Council. I think there's also a 10% from the Grand Architect as well. We do have 50 again. Let's see. Rank 4, Administrator provided, Spies provided, Undercover Network provided, Trade Influence number, Trade Routes, Number Army. The next tier up would be rank 8. It's pretty far away, so maybe we'll try to boost Yufan to 5. Seems like we do have a lot of money, so let's start spending them. Technically this will be better. We at least make a little bit more money from that. I don't want to go tall yet, so we'll keep that low. We don't have any of the reforms for those buildings, so going tall doesn't really do anything except for create problems with public order. I can actually retreat here. He's now in a very bad place. He didn't make it back and he's on march. What? Who? Left Yuanshao's side this early? This is before Guandu happened. I guess it's hard to keep everyone happy in court. Used to be the Bull's general. Any of you guys come with items? Nope. And thus, we're not really interested. Now that can go on either Chengpu or Zhuzhi. Alright, so we can definitely attack them. And what we can really do is put them under siege. Now when we attack, they can't pull out the garrison, and we have both of our retinues available for this fight. And we'll fight them on the field. Yeah, my host group's gonna be a little bit tricky, but I don't think the AI is very good at using invisibility. And we have Zhoutai with the Oaththorn, so... invisibility versus invincibility. And off we go. Alright, we need to find where the enemy are first. Dueling is not his thing.
当心，这是
Yeah,
敌人
shoot
设
your
下的
poison
圈套
volley at me. We're not scared of anything. They have nothing that can dismount me. I passively heal forever, and I can just charge in and out until we kill all of them. Trying to hit me with poison volley. Still missed me. Didn't actually hit. They can't dismount me with no spears, so literally can't do anything to me. Alright, we're gonna slow it down.
快跑！跑起来！进攻！
Shotgun him to the face.
快快快！
He's murdering his own troops, and I'm murdering him.
赶快！
Alright, Taishutsu, you can back up. Jotai will clean this up.
敌军四散而逃，到底是无胆鼠辈。敌将受首，贼众溃不成军。
Is he unbreakable? He is unbreakable, okay. That's fine. We actually kind of want to kill everyone, because whoever survives will be in the next fight when we take the settlement, which might be a delegate because I don't want to keep these units either. Yeah, by the time we finish chasing this group, we probably end up at full health again. Nine left, that's fine. Under 10% there. I don't know if we can actually chase down this entire group. We seem to have the speed for it. They're so close to the edge though. Yeah, they'll survive. Alright, you're the only one left. I am not going to duel you. I will dismount though. I have a good weapon.
别来无恙啊，一只懦夫！
什么？就这点儿？
And there we have it. 周泰 and 太史慈. Let's see if we capture 燕白虎.
我们的智略更胜一筹。
That's a good item. We did. So we'll release, get a fondness on him, see if he'll come to us later.
对我们毫无用处。
Shujao will also release. It's fine. I don't need to kill him for just this.
我等并非
I
蛮
mean,
夷。
if Sun Ce was as merciful as us, maybe he wouldn't have died so young.
不行。释放怒火，消灭敌军。
They're not on the field, so they can't get captured here. These numbers are meaningless. He will die, but he... that's fine. We could technically kept the faction alive and pieced out with them by doing the night battle. But I don't think we have to go through all that.
此城归我军所
We
有
got the
了。
fondness that we wanted. We got +2 reckless luck, so now we're starting to bounce back every turn. And we ranked up. So what a start. I know we want to eventually max army to get the upkeep. And then we probably also want to max administrator to get the bonus there. So let's take 3 here, because we want more court positions for shared expertise as well. And we'll take one more point here. Actually, if we're not going to get the milestone, I'd rather get one of these bonuses on the milestone. So maybe like getting 5 maximum coverage when spying might be more useful for us. He's in the recruitment pool. So he's not going to be here this turn because he's wounded, but he will pop up next turn because we saw him on the spy screen. So we did get him by Hu. Taking him out and releasing him paid off. And we'll probably have to save one of these positions for him. But in the meantime, maybe Huanggai can pick up one of these. Corruption reduction. This is a very important one. We'll have to use the next round of share expertise on him to get him to rank 5. Okay, very nice. Like I said, I don't think this army is going to stay the way it is. Good chance to let him go. These two will stay. This army is also not going to stay the way it is. This is very temporary. We should have started from the backside. Depending on where we get attacked, will be where we will deploy the army again. Over here, if we could stay in ambush. Alright, we want to push as close as we can and then recruit the units at the last minute and then spring the attack on them. That's the goal with the mercenary units. The bonuses here are health. Okay, so those we can survive without a turn. It wouldn't really hurt us that much. We lost a little bit of Imperial favor. Not much we can do about it. It's going to go down even more, unfortunately. We got this very nice artisan. I think Chompo can take it. I would say a very good start. Alright, Nobel's here. So that's where we probably sent someone like Taishitsu. He doesn't have much. Just to give a few bodies, we can do one guy here. I guess Handan will make the most sense to get another Vanguard out. None of them have good weapons though. This became available. We don't have that set, but if we do, who does it go on? Can't go on Quan, can't go on... It has to be a generic character that we have, which we currently don't have. So why don't you use it just for the damage for now? We can't get this upgrade until we get an artisan. To get an artisan, we need a tier 4 private workshop, so it's just not available right now. This is the power of our surprise attack. You can see we have a lot of cash saved up just by not having units around. And then the minute we need units, we look at what they have, how small of a force that is, and we probably just want some cheap ones. Grab a few archers, maybe 4. And then we'll grab 4 of these. Spend 8k, pop in their face, and absolute easy decimate here. I can easily give them a mercenary unit very quickly to defeat them, but I don't want to be the one attacking, well, unless it's absolutely necessary, because we do lose Imperial favors every turn for that. I'd rather not. If they want to attack me and we can just surprise them with the hail of arrows, that would be better for us. We got the whole thing. I don't have good administrators for these commanderies, unfortunately, and I kind of want to save them for more lucrative ones, like once we pick up the rest of Luling, once we pick up Linghai. Linghai is actually a very good one, and we can definitely send someone to start spending our cash to grab it. Xiao, why not you?
晚攻预设，则兵
Right, it does occupy our 4th army slot, which is not that good for us, but I think we hover here, see if they land. We can instantly give them a cavalry army to go take them out, with Zhou also being super good at it. Everything else is good. Looking at turncoats. Yanbai, who's now available. Let's go grab him. Yeah, he became available last turn, but he was just injured. We'll have a court position for him. Now that item, I don't think it's that useful for us right now. He definitely doesn't need it. This horse also should go to Quan. Aw, look at him, so sad. You're now our physician. Put your poison to good use. He has a retinue. It's not that strong, but we can also use him as a emergency army now with the poison volley available. And if any point becomes under threat, we can easily answer. This army, 2 options. If we're not fighting anytime soon, you can obviously take them out, but we are going to push. We're going to wipe out Hua Xing's group. We should also get rewarded with a mission after a 3rd battle with them. We have 1 more left. We haven't gone all crazy with the unit, so not finishing that yet. I don't think it's timed. It might be abandoned at a certain point, but I don't really care about 1,000 being the reward. They don't trust taking it with 1 army. They're trying to pull 2 together. Alright, our first real spring. We did technically start in spring, but this one's... See, in this situation, we can easily pump out a few units and just rush them before they can collapse together on us. Now, what reforms did we start with? Oh, a bunch of really random ones. The red tree's nice. This is nice. I'm okay with this. I'm not okay with this, but we have it. So one way to approach this is just to quickly grab this. Do we want the trade routes first? And we get the port. And the port is also good for us. Random item, random set item. Skill tree reset, I don't think we need that skill tree reset. Instant siege, we don't need that because he's in the army. Oh, these choices are not good. I would probably pick the set item because there's certain set items that are just gold. There's a chance we can get some of those. I can lock his army in for fatigue, which I think actually helps here. I don't need that. Guiding's army, we could sabotage a bunch of them. It's only 500. That's the one we don't need. Raid, I'll pay for a raid. Maybe it'll turn into something. Because we are going to expand south towards that direction. So we nerfed them, and then their Gunning's army is not in sight. It's also nerfed somewhere. We'll get that soon. She's going to go colonize for us. Doesn't look like we're getting attacked yet, so I'm going to just hover over there. So I think our only couple thing is to get a couple buildings down. They're a little bit cheap, a little bit more expensive now, unfortunately. Private workshop. A little bit more food. Get a little bit more food. And then the rest of the money we'll spend on this. So shared expertise. They can't recruit the cavalry until rank 5. Therefore, we want to really boost them. And make them rank 5. And get reach.
谁在叫我？
Can't run away now, and we know they're fatigued and everything because we debuffed them using Faction Council. It was a full wipe. Liu Qi got captured. I don't think I want to keep him. I guess we'll just release him for the cash and for the diplomatic points.
都放了吧。开战！
And then we'll run around to go get them. Yeah, we can afford that army for now. And they can swing down, we can take Changsha. I don't think he'll have a lot more armies behind guarding it. As long as Chengdong's not harassing us, we're fine. And we'll expand on the southern part as well. We do have a new trade slot. Oh, Yuantan, coastal trade.
欢迎，我们谈谈吧
We'll。spare one food. That's one we're probably never gonna wear. Depends on how generous he is with the money. Not very. He's not rich, I guess. Does he have cash? Haha. 2.5, 2.6. So I think we're gonna be better off of this. This is just for the trade deal, I guess.
你我已达成共识。
Everyone's okay with piecing out with us. I mean, Chendong, I think it's worth a peace deal
好的，请讲。
because I don't really want to fight Cao Cao, who's his liege. Wait. They dropped out of the coalition. That's why they feel they're so much weaker at this point. Could they just basically have nothing going behind them? So our rationale for piecing out drops a little, but I guess the rationale is just that we can focus on the south. Yeah, we can definitely form coalition with him. I don't think there'll be anything bad from that. He's a peaceful fella. That's good. A lot of points, but I don't know what to get from him. I don't think he's that rich. $300-ish. 370, okay. We just made a little bit more. Only thing is we know he's poor. Oh, after the trade deal, he's actually going to be a little bit richer. Just a little bit. 59. Maybe more this way. I think Zhengjiang and Gaogan are both kind of far away for us to really care.
朋友，欢迎。
Liu Bei is in a war with Cao Cao. I don't think he has the energy for us. We're gonna ignore him for now, just to not offend Cao Cao. So we can definitely now focus our attention on the south, wiping out Huaxin and then taking out Liu Bei. Avenge our father's death. I think we got everything done. Oh yeah, it's the spring term. We can do this. We basically exhausted our points net even from last year, so not too bad. It's gonna be running away now.
我们不会攻击你的。
Don't need your money.
虽然奇怪，但还能接受。
We can pursue them to Tribi. That's one option we have. This really, really hurts. It's just nothing we can do about this reserve hit. Just something that we have to take. It's gonna spawn rebellion. And there's really just nothing we can do about it.
拿起武器。乱军终于得以平息。
Alright, we completed our mission.
此诚甚善，先收下了。
Now destroy him for 5,000. Our pleasure. And then he'll curl around and grab Nobel's territory that way. We'll start spending some of our money on this.
平定天下
We'll assign some new administrators here. Lumon not happy doing assignments, huh? Just timed out and already disgruntled. Let me throw this at him first. We'll give him a assignment, administratorship next turn. We'll set him up as one as well.
至柔如水。
I'll wait till we get the administrator to build it here. She'll go claim the next piece. There's no war on this side. I'm gonna redeploy them.
有话直说。见识一下我们的激情。
Not gonna be allowed to run away.
全力奋战，则战无不胜。
We'll release all
这
three.
次饶你们一命，快滚回去吧！承天所助，我军必胜。
I don't know if they can actually escape this. We're going south first. Alright, I think we're mostly good. Not gonna spy our own family. Oh, Cao Cao's capital's under attack? Or he lost... He lost the... Oh yeah, along the way, one of the settlements under attack, disrupting our trade. Unfortunate. Yeah, so Xingdu is just going to be not available for us for now until we confederate them. I'm going to keep that away. I need to find worthy fights for Sun Ce down the line. Could be a little bit difficult, but at least we can get this one done before we worry about that. 5 reckless luck, 5 rank 5 or higher commanders. We will use shared expertise to make that happen. Da Qiao and Sun Quan should be the 2. Actually, we should have 1 already. Female commander, female sentinels. Wait till we get some bandit sentinels. Yanbai has already been defeated. Huangzu is next. And then Changsha's within our grasp, moving north for Zhouyu, and then waiting for Sun Yuan to come of age, and just picking up characters with high stats. They will come as people rank up. We don't have to worry too much about that. So this is when we rotate, like Yan Baihu's army, or Zhou Tai's army over here, to deal with a new threat. This is the historical event of Sun Quan getting saved by Zhou Tai. It's happening quite late, though. It should have already happened at the 200 start.
燃遍天下，进攻！全力奋战，则战无不胜。这次饶你们一命。
They can't reach this in one turn, so we don't even have to summon generals this turn.
出发。
Yeah, most buildings are waiting on reforms. We are going to get a rebellion here in Poyang. We have to address that as well through sending a general out. Lin Hai is going to get Lu Meng as a new administrator.
坚如盾牌，
And we'll start building it up now that he's there. We do have quite a few assignment slots open. Not sure if we can take care of it. It's not a great piece to wear. Technically, you could get more. Oh, we got the gold set item. We got the set item. Especially early on, before all the gold items goes to the yellow turbans, because it spawns into their pool often. That actually worked out beautifully. So when Zhang Hong comes out for a future army assignment, this will be perfect. And then I guess Liu Meng can pick up this. And then we can cancel this build and now it's only 2 turns. I don't think we have anyone that we want for assignment. We do need to use share expertise. I think Jiang Qin, bump him to 4. Bump Yufan to 5, I think might be better. All right, now it's 20% and 3 trade agreement. We now should have the food for Poyang to upgrade, and we'll think about it as we pick up more reforms. Man, they're poor. But the trade itself is worth quite a bit. Yeah, he's not going to give me 700. There's just no way. We have choices. I just don't think we're interested in anything. We're going to go for that, see where they go. We can summon the new army to hunt them down. Maybe we want to summon one first, just so that we have the movement ready. Let's do Yan Bai Hu so that we can clean up his retinue. He's on march. We're just gonna crush that. Now that's the army we nerfed in terms of replenishment rate, but it's a pretty big army, so we're gonna probably have to stand there and wait. They dare to attack my wife for collecting taxes. Meanwhile, she picked up a good trade for it. He's on the run. Didn't run far enough. Level 1, so there's no one there. Doesn't have to fight us. Actually, you can pop down and still reach them. We want the faction wipe. It's a strategist. Fighting it wouldn't have done anything. In this case, we will execute for the item. And we'll take the money. 5,000 added to the bank. Take Changsha. Next steps. And another completed commandery for a little bit of a administrator assignment. We are trading with them, so that's fine. Actually, no, we're trading with Shihuang. We're not trading with Shiwu. We might look to get a trade with them now that we're connected by land. Oh, Shanyue as well. Where are they? Maybe this is the group that we spawned into the game, and they took Shixie's land from our last Faction Council event. Surprising they turned out to be excellent trade partners. They can't technically reach us yet. I'm gonna pull back to a higher ambush location. Also out of their range. And we'll wait. And then when they don't reach, we'll spawn out more mercenary infantry for him. And then we'll attack them as they approach. Meanwhile, lots of cavalry. I guess not lots of cavalry, but some cavalry. No spear units. So in this case, I would actually go for these. And we'll get faster movements. I guess we'll just delegate here. We can technically fight this one. You know, the thing about mercenary units is, let's say we took a pretty tough delegate here, right? Quote unquote tough delegate. And they're still on the battlefield. We'll release. And you still want to fight, you're like, my units are too weak. What you can do is just delete them, recruit a new batch if you have the money, and then, you know, chase with that new batch, and you still get the kill. In this case, we're still strong enough to take them out. But mercenary units really break the game. The entire court mechanics for Sun Ce is really strong. The characters available to him and those who are close enough to him for us to grab, like Yan Baihu in this case, are also very, very strong. And with that win, I think we'll end our first episode here. We have totally changed the diplomacy of the surrounding land. Liu Biao really likes us because we've been releasing every single one of his generals and we've been ransoming his troop after every fight. So his opinion of us is actually increasing as we fight him. And if you look at, we're still at war with just them and his vassal. We have added Chengdeng to our coalition away from Cao Cao's coalition. We signed a deal with Cao Cao. He's now Duke before us, but he starts with a lot more land. That's fine. We'll catch up pretty quickly. We have halted our death. We're now gaining 2 points back instead of losing 2 points, so no more dying from reckless luck. We didn't just go ahead and annex Wujing to do that. We kept our vassals. I didn't want to take the negative hit of untrustworthiness that early. I don't think it's needed. We can easily just take Poyang instead. And we kept everyone in court happy. We have a good flow of shared expertise. We'll continue to make everyone really strong. I will try to make Sun Ce rank 8 if everyone hit rank 5, and we're happy with that. We have a couple more that we need to boost. And definitely add more administrators. We just took Ling Ling, which also deserves an administrator. And then we'll move down, take all these empty land. Not sure how we're going to deal with Nanhai in particular. If we can trade with them, we will. If not, we can definitely wipe them. Right now, the energy is going to be turned on taking Changsha, taking care of Liu Biao. We need both Nan and Xiangyang, these 4 right here, to complete a part of our legacy. So definitely want to do that. We also want to wipe out Huangzu to complete our legacy there. And then once we are technically in the north, we'll turn our blade against Cao Cao at that point and wipe him out. So that's kind of the general flow of this campaign. It's a pretty easy one, which is why I typically don't play Fate Divided starts, because everyone's already very big. And if you can, you know, kind of work your way around it, you can reach the end game pretty quickly. But for a short campaign, it is quite fun. Sun Ce is one of my favorite campaigns in 194. I think he's also very fun to play in 200, which is what we're doing here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!